here, let's talk about it. The movie that is called Deliverance. Deliverance. That's what we want to represent here. The deliverance. Now, with deliverance, what you have is a situation that is quite avant-garde. You know, you got a situation that you have a young woman who's getting up there in age, and she's just parading around thinking life is just what it is, and she's just going through the motions, right? Her the baby's father, he's in the military, and she got all these kids she's taking care of, and she goes out partying, kicking it, grinding up on dudes, and she is just going through it. And as she's going through it, right, oh, they move into a new house, third house in like 4 putting they butt. Any of them getting out of line. Get popped in the mouth for talking back. And you supposed to get popped right in the lip. Pop. It's a unique role. Glenn Close played a great job in trying to keep this family lodged. The scope of it and the direction was pretty good. Lee Daniels, I believe, produced this film. The character, the mother, she was really good. The actor from Stranger Things, the guy that plays the black guy in Stranger Things, he really played his role emotionally well, but his parts were very limited with him speaking a lot. The role was really carried by a younger actor who was just in Halle Berry's new like psychological thriller called Never Let Go, where you can see he's slightly older here, so you can tell Deliverance was filmed some time ago, and how much he's grown since then. So now when you see all of the things and the faults and how everything is played out as such, and you're starting to see how quickly things have transpired, you start to notice a couple of different antics that happen, and when you start noticing different antics and things in the movie where something just don't feel right in the house. I'm just at one point, I'm like, when no one's going in the basement ever? Like, check it out. Check out what's going on in the basement. They never do. And that just often amazed me, how no one went to check what was going on in the basement. And it was some type of evil that had lived and presided in that house, and it was just waiting for a whole new family to come in so they could start the whole cycle all over again. Now the ending gets pretty wild, and you're intrigued. Monique has a very great dialogue, a great monologue in this film when she explains what goes on in her life. Very touching scene, very great emotional scene here. Mm-hmm. not giving the story away. That's the plot. Trust me, that is the plot. That's not even the story. You believe me, when you watch it, I haven't given anything away. Anybody who's seen it know, like, oh, dude, you ain't really gave nothing away. That's the plot of the movie. But I'm just like, why wouldn't you go in the basement? I would have been in that basement. I mean, you're seeing flies in your house coming up from the basement, like, and you just seeing them go in the basement. You just like, you open the basement door and you don't go down there. I'll be like, look, I don't want no flies in my house. I'm getting some spray. They gotta go. That still ain't telling the movie. But there's an evil or something presiding in this house. Or it could all be psychological. Right? It could all be psychological. Now, this is on Netflix, I believe, now. It started out on Netflix and people are watching it. And right, I'd have definitely said something. A great acting performance, but overall, no. I never felt like that, though. See, that's the problem I have with the game itself. With everybody being involved, this is the problem I have with it. Everyone is making their own ramifications as the reasons why certain things went the way they did in this movie. And only when you're faced with a debacle, or you're faced with things that just don't matter or measure up, you have those kind of withdrawals. Now, people are saying, hey man, this is it. This is the best we can do. This is the highest we're gonna go. You know, you hear that a lot from people. But what you rarely see is anybody anybody who's, you know, doing certain acts and certain things, moving in a certain way that, you know, people would view as, you know, too explicit or too temperamental. But there were certain scenes in this movie that I couldn't believe happened in the format in which it did. Now, my problem with the situations has always been something next to clear. You know, it's like, if you have people that believe in everything that you do and support you and feel you gave infrastructure of belief and hope, this film wasn't about that. This was about a woman who was fighting her own addictions. She was out there grinding it out, working an endless job here, doing hair, dealing with clients. She got 3 kids by themselves, taking care of each other, while she go work, make money, and pay the bills. Her car note was behind, all these different things that was transpiring. Then the son want to leave, and she's trying to keep the whole family together. And it's just, it was rough for her being a single mom. But not really knowing how to fix herself and get herself better. That world, that life, that time, that area, that era in which she was dealing with, it was hard for her as a mom to make that adjustment of change. So that's what they were faced and engulfed with. Overall, I give it 3 stars out of 4. I like The Deliverance. I was intrigued with the story. Unlike a Tyler Perry movie, this actually works. Tyler Perry movies are like more satire-ish. Even his serious movies, you can't take them serious, because it comes off like a play. Yeah, it comes off like a play. If you see Tyler Perry movies, they come off all like a play. It'd be like, Bobby just fell down the ladder on his way to cash his check. Now the check doesn't get cashed. We're all going to be evicted in 2 days. What happened to the check? The check is blowing around town, and this old lady picked it up. Oh, I had the check, and I didn't know what to do with it, so I sat here with it all this time, and, my husband recently died, and you guys are going to lose your place, and you needed a place to go. I was just going into an old folks home, so I'm going to give you this place to live. Oh, God, it's great. Dun, dun, dun. So Tyler Perry movies have a similar format, where there's this formulaic major tragedy that's just remarkable, and then somehow it'll be a black man at the root of it. And it would just end in such disbelief. Well, society made people move in such a way that we never, ever we never had anything of the such. Like, it was kind of crazy. No, it's a lot of differences and opinions and narrations of what people think a film should be or what it should represent. But screw all that. The movie did its job. So that's what it was. So 3 stars out of 4 for the deliverance. Don't forget to subscribe, join the membership. Green Fiend, we out.